So we are driving around. It's about 102 degrees outside. We wanted to do our response video that we actually put out at the beginning of June. So we're a little late. We were going to do a couple weeks, but we've just been super busy. So we are here in Ballard, and down this way is the Ballard Locks. There's some picnic tables at this restaurant, and we pulled off because it was closed. And since we've been here for about a half an hour, we've had 3 people, four now, pull up as if the restaurant was open. So we wanted to answer some questions that you guys asked us on our channel. The video was put out on June 4th, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go back and see. The first question is from a user called No Name. I don't know. Hi, No Name. Hi. He said, what are grits? We have chickens, and maybe that's why he was asking that question. Are they the same as game giblets? And I don't know if so. Giblets are like the organs of a chicken or fowl, like the heart and the lung. Yeah, so that's what giblets are. It's giblets, gizzards. Maybe they're the same. Grits, if that's what you were implying, it's like corn that's soaked in lye, and it removes the hull. Which I think you've seen that for sale at the grocery store before in big jars. We're in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, and it's actually, that food is like the number 1 food in South Carolina. So I don't know anything about grits. That was a really good question.
It might be funny. I think it's funny.
And yeah, and maybe.
Oh, here comes the.
Well, I know that there's.
Their Tesla told them this place was open.
Oh, another person.
And another one in the back door here.
There is slang for like game giblets, which is, I don't know if it's like kill shot stuff. I don't know. We're just filming YouTube stuff because we saw that there's empty picnic tables, but it's like, are they usually open? Yeah. So it must be the heat. Yeah, it's so hot. We've got a peanut butter sandwich if you guys are like super hungry.
There's a few really good blueberries.
There's blueberries, yeah. Yeah, you too.
We should have brought an ice cream machine.
I know, right?
Would have made it killer.
Into the car. Yeah. Yeah, they're closed. Have a good day. So that's
Don't
like.
blame us.
That's probably.
Well, okay. These guys were cool, but that guy was like blaming us.
Well, so the thing is that we never get this hot in Washington State, and so this restaurant that we stopped at, we thought it was like vacant, but it's just closed because it's hot. The next one is from Riley Hall, and in regards to Washington.
Hi, Riley Hall.
Hi. Thanks for your question too. In regards to Washington State, he said, what trails do we like to ride? We've been on the Centennial Trail through Everett.
My favorite. North of Arlington, Washington.
Right.
It's all brand new. It's not very long, like 8 to 10 miles, something like that, but it's so smooth, so nice.
Yeah, it's very well maintained.
Shaded in the hot weather like we're having now. That's just fun for a trail ride that's paved.
And then we've also been on the Sammamish Trail.
Too much traffic on that trail.
The Sammamish Trail, that's the one that you were just talking about, or still Centennial?
Yeah.
Okay. That trail is really cool because it does link up with the Burke-Gilman Trail, which we have not rode on yet. But you could go like 18 miles, something like that, and then the Burke-Gilman is another 18 miles or so. So you could get a good one-way 30-mile-ish trip. The Sammamish runs next to a slough, so it's, did you say that it was cool?
Not much shade on it though.
Yeah, and
of course everything right now has to do with staying cool.
Right, which is super rare for our area. And then the other trail that we've rode on is the Interurban Trail. So we've only rode on 3 paved trails in our vicinity, and they've all been fairly well maintained. I mean, you're gonna get those tree bumps, the tree roots and stuff every once in a while. When our daughter rides with us, her top speed is like barely 15 miles an hour, so we're staying under the speed limit of the trail. But when we ride solo, I go a little faster, but when there's nobody, so we're being respectful of that. I prefer paved, so if you know any good paved trails, send us a link. I've used the Washington State Trails website to find trails, and just Google Maps. right?
Yeah.
That's the best. So our last question is from our friend John W. He wants to know, he has 3 questions. First is, what is our favorite EUC that we have ridden? We've only
the
rode...
one that you got.
Yeah, it's the one that you got, right?
My RS19, I love it.
What do you love about it?
I like that it has the low pedals for when I'm on the roads and everything.
Got used to that.
Yeah, I love it. It's the one I got, right?
So I'm on a Kingsong 16X, and we both learned on a 14S, Kingsong 14S, and when we both get on that wheel now, because it's our daughter's, it's super agile, like
squirrely.
Super squirrely, yeah. So it takes you about like 100 feet to get comfortable again on it. Our next EUCs, that's his next question. What are our next EUCs? I think that if we can get pedal risers for the RS, I might go.
Oh, you might want to.
I might want to be on the RS.
The shorter.
And then our daughter would probably be on the 16X. Our son, who's 2 and loves being around the EUCs, we don't know if we're going to put him on the 14S or get him the, what's the small one called?
Oh, the 9-bot 10.
No, not the 9-bot, the more square, boxy one. Did you just forget what it's called?
The M10-3.
M10-3, thank you. Thank you out there, viewers. You guys are like yelling at the screen.
It.
Yeah. What is your next EUC? You're kind of in the market for like a couple different...
You know, I really like the veteran Sherman so far.
It's the Sherman lover.
I want to have a chance to ride one a little bit and test it out. So.
Yeah, so if anybody lives in the area, drop your Sherman off at our house and we'll take care of it for you.
Sure.
And yeah, but those look like they're... I like them.
I'm really excited to see what's coming out next.
Yeah, like what's next?
The goats really brought out some really popular wheels that are really competing with the veteran Sherman. But you know, they're not sitting on their laurels. I'm sure they're coming up with something next too. I don't know if they're going to go suspension with something. I mean, I'll leave it to you guys to speculate and make some fake videos of some new wheels that haven't even been invented yet.
There's a difference. There's either suspension riders or non-suspension riders, and I don't know that I could be comfortable.
Go George.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say that I wouldn't like it because I've never ridden on a suspension. But I'm at that point right now where I love my wheel. I love my 16X. I'm kind of like one with it when I ride. So this question that we had on this video, if we had any other PEVs, and we do not. We do not have any other plug-in electric vehicles. We do have the fast wheel, but that's kind of like a kid's electric unicycle. We got our first taste of what it's like to trailer RV camp, and that's kind of something that we're interested in doing. So hopefully with our channel, that's going to be something that we grow with. You guys have seen a few chicken videos. There's a couple garden videos in our channel. The electric unicycles are very popular right now, so that's why we're putting a lot of that footage out.
Hit the little thumbs up button down there too. It's right there. It's right there. Right there. Right there. There.
Right down below. It's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah. Look, my hair is
Those guys are like all screwed. They're like running around trying to find a place to eat.
But they're gonna see this footage if they go to our channel. They'll see this footage like in a couple days or something and be like,
they're missing out on free blueberries.